PAT put the Colonels up 21-14, and that is where we stand again. In 2 weeks, they knock off Lamar Schools 43-21 tonight.
That's going to be a big game.
Some more scores as we go through the second half. A final, Lee Academy has knocked off Marshall Academy 22-7. And that is about all I can see right here as the Colonels are getting set to take the second half kickoff.
And our guy here in the booth, Johnny on the spot here, Kurt Owen, reminded us about the end of the Winona Christian IA game here, first round of playoffs here about 3 or 4 years ago. We're at the end of the game. Winona's player got hurt as we scored the game-winning touchdown there. Everybody in the stands wanted to celebrate, and nobody could. It was the weirdest, most awkward game to end on. I remember that vividly right here in Indianola Academy Advanced, but nobody wanted to cheer because they didn't want to seem like it was rubbing in, hey, this guy got hurt there. So, Kurt, those classes are paying off for you, man. Good job.
Been in a delay for an hour and 14 minutes, and we are finally ready to get the third quarter underway. The IA Colonels on top of Pillow Academy 21-14. The Mustangs will kick right to left As you look at your radio, the Colonels will work left to right, and IA will send Sebastian Harris and Thomas Putnam back deep to return the kick from Bailey Vaughn. Vaughn approaches the tee. It's a high end-over-end kick. Harris will run over and take it at the 8. Has blocker set up along the left side. Scampers across the 20, 25, still on his feet, pushing the pile forward and going to be taken out of bounds around the 25, 26-yard line. We'll see where they spot it. Decent field position to start the third quarter for the Colonels.
Well, I tell you, a good investment that the concession stand could have put in tonight, coffee or Red Bull. Maybe we need to think about that for the next game we have a delay. Just in case, you got to have that emergency valve.
Always got to be prepared.
Yep.
1st and 10, Colonels from their own 25. Ball will be on the far hash. Again, leading Pillow Academy 21-14. Third quarter just underway here from Indianola. Glad you're sticking around with us on Super Talk for the Delta. Davis will go under center with Lester and Harris in the backfield. Runs into Lester, and now Davis going to have to keep it for himself. He'll be brought down for no gain on the play. Boy, things fell apart quickly in the Colonel backfield. Sam Harris coming over to make the tackle.
Well, we've run 2 plays so far here, one being the kick return, and it seemed like we were doing a lot of tiptoeing up there, and now we're miscommunicating, not good execution here, and it's not starting off right for the Colonels here. We had talked about remaining focused and keep your eye on the prize here, and it's so hard to get these guys focused back in on this game here after the long delay.
2nd and 10 from the Colonel 25. Davis under center. Backs are split. Davis looking to pass, fires left side incomplete, had Randy Kimball open around the 34-yard line, couldn't hang on, was in a little bit of traffic, not too bad. Incomplete pass will bring up 3rd and 10.
Yeah, just not another good job again there. Randy Kimball getting the ball hit in his hands. They tell you as a receiver, if you touch the ball, you need to come down with it, and just did not execute there. Davis put it in his hands as he was running a little slant across the middle. He was in the open area, just couldn't connect.
3rd and 10, Davis, 3-step drop, looking to pass, wide open, Bolden over the middle, caught at the 35. He's got a Greenville Motorsports first down across the 40 to the 42. Boy, nice connection there.
It really was, but again, T.K. Bolden, with the way he runs, he has those long arms that really get out there, and he'll get that football kind of floating out in the outfield there. He's got to tuck that ball. He's got to work on that, or we're going to have several fumbles out of him, because he is going to be a go-to guy this year, but we really got to work on getting that ball tucked into him so he can't fumble after he makes that nice reception down the field.
17-yard pickup, 1st and 10 from the 42. Harris will take the handoff around the right side. And Fondren will drag him out of bounds as he reaches the 47. A 5-yard pickup for Harris will bring up 2nd and 5.
Well, a good job there. Had the speed play around the right end there. Running to the short side of the field there, as Coach Nestor really likes to do. Sebastian Harris getting to the outside. Hill Academy actually did a pretty good job of stringing that play along there and not letting Sebastian get to the outside. But it did give us enough yards picked up for a 2nd down and reasonable play.
Davis under center on 2nd and 5 from the Colonel 47. It'll be Lester with the handoff this time. And he's going to be close to the first down marker across midfield to the Mustangs 49. And going to be about a half a yard shy, I believe.
And what I like to see out of that running back there that he did that time, when he got in the pressure, first off, he felt it. He got the ball in his body there instead of getting it out, so making sure he wasn't getting stripped. And number 2, he started falling forward there to make sure that that momentum was going forward there, and it was going to get that positive yardage even after the hit. You like to see. I'm not calling him a rookie. This is his actually 3rd year. He did play his 9th grade year after they graduated, but this is his, I'd say, full year, first year starting on offense, I guess you would say, but almost running like a veteran runner there, and did a good job of getting up through there in traffic.
Going to have a measurement here, so the ball was spotted a little bit further downfield than what I thought. Lester was a good half yard to a yard shy. Stretch the chains out, and it will be 3rd and short.
Got a little wind coming across the field here, as you can see all these banners of the seniors blowing up on the bottom there. So going to have some weather blowing in here, whether we like it or not, Watson.
3rd and short for the Colonels. Ball is at the Mustang 49, 10:36 to play in the third quarter. IA on top 21-14. Just tuning in, we had about an hour and 15-minute lightning delay. It's the reason we're just now getting the third quarter started. Colonel's looking to pick up the first down here. Third and short from the 49. Davis under center. Harris comes in motion. Handoff goes to Lester straight ahead. He's got a Greenville Motorsports first down as he spins his way to the 46, a 3-yard pickup. That'll move the chains for Big Blue.
Well, you had that misdirection going there, and just enough misdirection going there that got those linebackers leaning back on those heels, kind of guessing which way the ball's going, and then they had to commit once they found where it was. Just too little too late. Wesley Lester able to power through and get that much-needed yardage for that Colonel first down.
First and 10 for the Mustang 46. Ball is on the near hash. Davis under center. Willis goes in motion left side. The old cross buck that Brady loves. They hand it to Harris right side. He breaks free at the 35, down to the 20, to the 15, and wrestled out of bounds around the 14-yard line. Boy, credit Ethan Clark with not giving up on the play. He chased Harris down from behind. They'll put it at the 12. I think 34-yard gain.
I think you see now why I like it so much. Watching 34-yard gain. Awesome presence there. Sebastian Harris letting the play develop there, stretching it out a little bit, letting his blockers get their blocks, set their feet, and boom, busted right up in the hole there. Great job by Harris hitting the hole.
First and 10 from the 12. Davis under center. Harris comes in motion to the backfield. Handoff is to Lester straight ahead and lumbers forward down to the 6-yard line. A 6-yard pickup will bring up 2nd and 4.
Well, just good getting in behind those linemen again and trying to bulldoze up through there and just playing some smash-mouth football right now, staying between the tackles and trying to move that yardage chain.
2nd and 4 from the 6. Handoff goes to Lester once again, reaches for the goal line, and he's in there. Touchdown, Colonels, the second touchdown run of the night for the junior Wesley Lester. And the Colonels extend the lead over the Mustangs 27-14 with 9:20 to play in the third quarter.
Well, Watson, as it's getting closer past my bedtime here, we're going to get our money's worth tonight here, and Wesley Lester's getting his money's worth running out on the field there tonight. Coach Nestor giving the play calls to him just as much as he is Sebastian Harris, and those guys are toting the payload there tonight. A good job of equal thunder and lightning kind of force there. Sebastian Harris being the lightning, striking for the big plays, and the thunder, Wesley, the bowling ball, Lester rolling up through those tackles there and making a nice game.
Barriers PAT is up and good, 28-14. Colonels on top of the Mustangs, 9:20 to play in the third quarter. We'll take a 1-minute break and be back with Colonel football on Super Talk for the Delta.
The year was 1953. The average wage was $4,000 a year. Gas was 20 cents a gallon, and Dwight D. Eisenhower became president. In that same year, in the land of cotton, the Mississippi Delta, Abrahams was born. Michael and Helen Abraham carry on the proud tradition of offering the finest collection of men and women's clothing for Indianola and all of the Delta. Jeans from Big Star and Silver, mountain khaki shorts and pants, and Polo and Cotton Brothers for men. For the ladies, shoes by OTBT, Barefoot Dream sweaters and Carly dresses and tunics. And don't forget Patagonia and True Grit in ladies and men. Proud Colonel Boosters, Abrahams, downtown Indianola.
Hi folks, Brady Smith with Sunflower Lumber and Home Center here to tell you about our company. Since the 1940s, Sunflower Lumber has been in the same location with the same mission we have today. That's customer service and satisfaction to the fullest. Our dedicated, knowledgeable staff is here to work for you. Whether adding on to the hunting camp, updating your kitchen or bath, spring cleaning around your property, or replacing your roof, we're your first stop for all your project needs. Stop by today at 204 Highway 82 in Indianola or give us a call at 662-887-1511 and see what shopping local can do for you. That's Sunflower Lumber and Home Center.
Welcome back. A 9-play, 75-yard drive for the Colonels. Wesley Lester with his second touchdown run of the night. This one from 6 yards out puts the Colonels on top 28-14 with 9:20 to play in the third quarter. Watson Cook and Brady Smith with you from Legion Field, where the Colonels have won 32 straight, looking to make it 33 tonight. And so far, so good.
Always a tough place to play here. Doesn't matter what team you are. And Indianola Academy is really shining here tonight and showing the home team or all the fans here that came out tonight to support them, showing them a good time.
Barrier is set to kick it away. Burton and Woodard back to return for the Mustangs. The low line drive kick going to hit at the 25, be taken at the 20 by one of the upbacks. That is Alex Lindsey. And returns it up near the 30-yard line before he's taken off his feet. James Hill getting downfield for the tackle. Also Woods Toller in there.
It's been so long since we talked. I'm going to have to remember all our our awards that we give out every week here, so going to have to revert back to them every so often. Watch for that Van Cleve Insurance proper coverage and also that Bill's Body Shop collision of the game nominees here.
1st and 10 Mustangs from their own 31. Ball is on the far hash. Quarterback Lake Kelly will work out of the gun with trips to the near side. He'll hand it off to Fondren. Looks for running room around the left end. Runs into a couple of Colonels and able to spin forward to the 38-yard line. A 7-yard pickup for Fondren. We'll bring up 2nd and 3. Eli Lipsy in there on the stop.
You can start to see that the field, even though it hadn't rained here tonight, is still a little muddy as the whites on Pilla and Indianola's shoes, socks, tape, etc., towels, whatever's white out there, gloves. It's starting to get a little stained out there, a little darker. So you can see the field is starting to be a force here and something to deal with.
2nd and 3, Kelly out of the gun. 2 receivers to either side, looking to pass. Flushed out of the pocket. Smith giving chase, is thrown over the middle and incomplete. Was looking for Bailey Vaughn. I said Smith. That was actually 28 Lester giving pursuit of Kelly. Incomplete pass will bring up 3rd and 3.
Well, it was several of them back there, actually, Watson, and all of them were kind of making Kelly a little uncomfortable back there again, and the defensive front has done that, and we knew that was going to be the veterans of the defensive side of the ball there, those guys coming back, applying a lot of pressure on the Lake Kelly and just not letting him get comfortable back there in the pocket.
3rd and 3 from the Mustang 37, 8:22 to go in the third quarter. Colonel's on top, 28-14. Ooh. It looked like some movement. Kelly going to keep it for himself. He's got a first down and more across the 45. Wow, major contact there. Tyler Horner lost the headgear. Barrier coming up to make the stop along with Horner. They'll mark it at the 46. 8-yard pickup.
That's almost a nominee for Bill's Body Shop collision of the game, but I think whenever you are the receiver of the blow, I'm not going to give you one there. So, and Tyler looked like he laid his head in there and got a good lick on it as well there. But when your helmet comes off, it's null and void.
He'll have to sit out for a play. John Landon Chisholm checks in here, sophomore, and I believe Kelly, maybe it was a low snap, went through his hands, and Lester and Smith converge on him to bring him down back at the 40-yard line. That'll be a loss of 6, bring up 2nd and 16.
Boy, that's a really tough side of the ball over there, Watson. You know, if I was the quarterback standing back there and the coach called an even number, meaning run to the right, I'd be wanting to check off and run to the left as much as possible. Stay away from those two guys because they are a force to be reckoned with out there on the field.
Alex Tannehill in there now at defensive end as Chisholm checks out. 2nd and 16 for the Mustangs from their own 40. Kelly looking to pass, has time in the pocket, throws left side complete to Woodard, and he is wrestled out of bounds. Eli Lipsy coming up to make the tackle. It'll be good enough for a Mustang first down. They'll mark it at the Colonel 42.
And I thought Lipsy actually had pretty good coverage there, just one step behind him. And you got to give credit to Kelly there, put it exactly where only his receiver could catch that ball. And also Pill Academy's offensive front there that time, as Indianola felt it was going to be a passing situation, only sent 3 guys, and Pilla's 5 linemen were easily blocking our 3 rushers and gave Kelly ample time to sit back there in that pocket comfortably and find his open receiver.
Tyler Horner back in there at defensive end. 1st and 10 Mustangs from the Colonel 42. And we've got a whistle and a flag. I'll stop the clock. 7:10 to play in the third quarter. Colonel's on top of Pillow Academy 28-14. If you're just joining us, had an hour and 15-minute lightning delay during halftime. It'll be a false start against the Mustangs. Back them up 5 yards.
Well, one thing for sure, I'll be up to tonight to be able to listen to Brad at BFAC talk on the radio there and give scores and highlights. Although we're going to be one of the last few to call ours in. We're going to, Brad, save that space, the 10:58, 10:59 space for Indianola Academy and Pilla, because we're going to be late.
We'll be lucky if we get there by then.
Yep.
1st and 15 from the Colonel 47. Kelly with play action. Toller giving chase, and he's going to be brought down back at the Mustang 41. The sophomore Woods Toller coming up with a huge play there defensively for the Colonel. Did not bite on the fake. Brings down Kelly for a big loss. First sack of the season for Toller.
And last year Toller got to run the ball some, and I know it was in garbage time in a playoff game, but still, I believe it was against Columbia Academy, and he looked real good running the ball back there. So I knew this was going to be an athlete that was going to be real poised and ready to step up and play, make some plays for Indianola Academy, whether it be on defense or offense. And right now, he's really showing his where he's deserving to.
Fox News Radio, I'm Lisa Lacera. Steve Bannon back at work at Breitbart after he left his post as White House chief strategist earlier today.
Just hours after he left the White House, he was chairing their nightly editorial meeting, we're told, right back in the driver's seat of that news organization.
Fox's Ed Henry at the White House earlier this month.
Cover over near the Pillow sideline. There is a player down. It's going to be another loss. Boy, and right now, this Colonel defense wreaking havoc on that Mustang offensive line.
Yeah, and just a delayed blitz there. Those offensive linemen were looking down. They're getting a little tired, not focusing right now. Those heads are looking down. Did not get that head up and see that blitzing backer. Josh Hill took advantage of it. Boom, shot through that A-gap right there and pounced on Lake Kelly there, the quarterback for Pillow Academy. Really snot-popped him real good there.
Wow, they're going to call that an incomplete pass. The crowd is beside themselves. They'll put it back at the 41, 3rd and 27.
Very
wow.
interesting call there.
And now the official is going to talk things over. Colonel coaching staff would love an explanation. 6:11 to play in the third quarter. Colonel's on top, 28-14. Officials trying to figure this one out, as are we. I don't think Kelly ever brought the arm up. He was still standing in the pocket. When Hill got to him from behind, the ball came loose, squirted back. It was recovered back around the 32, 33, 34-yard line by the Mustangs, but they have brought the ball back to the 41 and ruled it an incomplete pass.
With it being the 10 o'clock hour, I say just let them have it there. It's 3rd and forever. Come on. What's 5 yards more?
Well, hey, right now in week 1, Coach Nestor wants to take everything he can get.
Hey, I don't blame him. Exciting nonetheless. But this is what you don't want, a long delay here. Your defense right now is keyed up. They're building off this momentum here, and suddenly we got another delay here. It kind of lays them back here, and you're ready to go on and get it. And I know the officials want to get this right and call it right, but at the same time, it's kind of killing your momentum, I guess you would say.
They're going to rule it incomplete. They'll put it at the 41. The crowd getting pretty antsy. It's 3rd and 27 for the Mustangs from their own 41.
Look at this front, 2-man front.
Kelly works out of the gun. Colonel's only sin 2, as Brady mentioned. Passes downfield, incomplete, threw it in double coverage. Day-Day Willis and Spencer Robertson, another sophomore, back there to break it up. That'll bring up 4th and 27, and the Colonels will get it back.
Well, Day-Day's starting to figure this system out here from his defensive back position, doing a good job of getting in coverage there. Even when he felt like he was kind of beat there that time, he figured out, hey, don't go for the ball, put your hands up here. Put your hand in his face. That way he can't see. He has to look through your hands to find the ball there. And it gives enough smoke screen, as they would say, to corrupt that pass there.
Ball back to punt for the Mustangs. A high, wobbly kick, a short kick. Going to hit near the Colonel 30 and roll out of bounds. No chance of a return there for William Barrier. Colonels will take over. They'll mark it at the IA-29. 1st and 10, Colonels with 5:53 to play in the third quarter. Big Blue on top, 28-14.
Well, the punt at least got a first down by 2 yards. I do want to throw that in there. So.
Hey, that's pretty good math.
He did. That's 3rd and forever now on that play. I'll tell you, that was a long one there. And Pillow Academy, like we mentioned, lucky that they got out with it wasn't as bad as it actually was there. Now the officials are over here explaining a little bit more about that prior play.
Yeah, Coach Nestor always going to fight for his guys. It's been so long of a night, I don't know if we've mentioned it. If we haven't,
I was about to say
our fault, but a recent inductee into the MAIS Coaches Association Hall of Fame is Coach Tommy Nestor, and no one more deserving.
That's why he's down there fighting.
Absolutely. 1st and 10, Colonels from their own 29. Harris will take the handoff around the right side. Gets to the 35 and taken down at the 36. Nice open field tackle out of Ethan Clark.
It's funny how great minds think alike, and I mean, you and I both just a green light clicked at the same time. Hey, wait a minute, we forgot to mention this very important thing here, that Tommy Nestor, in the Hall of Fame now. That is just awesome. There's such a good tribute there. He has really guided some teams here, and the thing about it is he's molded a bunch of these young boys into young men and leaders for tomorrow, and done a great job.
Soon to be 21-year-old here to our left.
That's right.
Lester takes the handoff on second down, tries to spin to the 40, and they may mark his forward progress there. One official at the 40, the other back at the 39. Let's see where they put it down.
Hot potato. They were throwing it all to one another. I like that.
Man, another measurement here. Let's just make a call, guys. We've been here all night, and now they will signal first down. Colonel, so great second effort out of Lester. Will pick up the first down. They'll put it at the 40.
I'm not going to say this, but, I am. I felt that was a little generous there on that spot there. And sometimes you get it. Sometimes it was a little generous there, but nonetheless, you got to love the effort out of Lester there, 28, really stretching that ball for all he has, keeping those feet turning there. And, his jersey was stretched out 5 yards, I think. So, anyway, just good second effort there by Lester. Keep running the ball.
4:40 to play in the third. Colonel's on top, 28-14. Play action. Davis looking to pass, and I think it was intended for T.K. Bolden. Stephon Smith turned around, tried to catch it, and couldn't hang on. But I believe, Brady, that was intended for Bolden.
Now, the problem with that, short side of the field, stacking trips receivers, that's your bad thing about that, because you don't know who it's intended for. The good thing about it in there, and exactly like you said, everybody kind of wondered who that was for.
We've got a timeout on the field, timeout for a water break, 4:33 to play in the third. Colonel's on top, 28-14. We'll take a break and be back with Colonel Football on Super Talk for the Delta.
This is Selden Van Cleve of Van Cleve Insurance. You may have noticed in the past that all successful athletic teams have a game plan they follow. We at Van Cleve Insurance feel that your insurance is no different. We are a trusted choice independent agent and offer all lines of insurance, which enables you to have all of your coverage in one place. Let us take a look at your insurance and work up a successful game plan for you. That's Van Cleve Insurance, located on Highway 49 in Indianola since 1932.
What is the swing bed unit at South Sunflower County Hospital? That's easy. It's the best place to get better. When you need skilled nursing or rehab after a hospital stay, choose South Sunflower County Hospital close to home. On-site therapy, state-of-the-art technology, and easy access to physicians makes South Sunflower County Hospital a great place to get better. During hospitalization and after, South Sunflower County Hospital in Indianola believes that better medicine begins with big hearts. Remember the big hearts and the swing bed unit that's close to home. South Sunflower County Hospital.
Welcome back. Coming out of the timeout, Colonel's facing 2nd and 10 from their own 40-yard line. They lead the Pillow Academy Mustangs 28-14 with 4:33 to play in the third quarter. Watson Cook and Brady Smith with you from Legion Field. Had about an hour and 15-minute lightning delay during halftime. If you're wondering why the game's still going on, this time Davis fires over the middle, incomplete, through the hands of Bolden. I think Bolden heard footsteps. Davis put it on the money. Bolden couldn't hang on. 3rd and 10 coming up.
Well, I'm going to be interested to see what Coach Nestor calls here. It's hard to say it, Watson. We've got a 2-touchdown lead, but at the same time, that momentum's still out there on the field in the middle of it. It's anybody's taking here, and there's plenty of time left to get an exciting game.
3rd and 10. Davis looking to pass. Fires over the middle. Caught Stephon Smith. There's the tight end dump we've been looking for all night. He rumbles into Mustang territory for a Greenville Motorsports first down. Tackled at the 41-yard line, a 19-yard pickup from Davis to Smith.
Well, where they got him there, Pill Academy on 3rd and long situation. Knew it was going to be passed, so they blitzed all those linebackers out of there. Stephon just settled in right behind where they were supposed to be lined up there. And Davis, instead of getting in a hurry, just kind of put a little touch on it right there in the middle and allowed him to get upfield, Stephon, and make some athletic plays like the young man should.
1st and 10. They actually mark it at the 42. And Harris will take the handoff around the right side, spins out of one tackle, can't get away from the second Mustang defender. He'll be dropped, no gain on the play. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Well, Indianola Academy's running back there, Sebastian, I don't know how many yards he has so far tonight, but I guarantee you all of them are well-earned. He is running hard. That young man is, the senior, really wanting to put this Colonel team on his back and carry him.
100. He is awesome at 100 for the night. And is that Davis at 64 or Lester? Lester at 64, Davis at 79, rushing. 2nd and 10, Colonels from the Mustang 42. Clock runs with 3:21 to play in the third quarter. IA on top, 28-14, and the Colonel's going to have to burn a timeout. They couldn't get lined up straight. Coach Nestor not happy. Was trying to get his guys where they were supposed to be. Looked up at the play clock, realized it was down to 2 or 3, and going to have to burn a timeout. 3:16 to go in the third. Colonels 28, Mustangs 14. Don't forget, coming up in our post-game show, we'll be naming the Lost Pizza Company players of the game, as well as the Bill's Body Shop collision of the game, and the Van Cleve Insurance proper coverage play of the game. A lot of good nominees throughout the night. We'll also have final stats for you. All that coming up. Well, the way this thing's going, we may never get there. My son's got a baseball tournament tomorrow. I got to be in Start Vegas early in the morning, so I wouldn't go that far. Any help here with the officials would be greatly appreciated.
You're exactly right.
Let's just say I was not all too thrilled with having to book a tournament in Starkville, but you got to do what you got to do.
That's right. Good food up there, I promise you. I think I'm showing, I promise.
2nd and 10, Colonels from the Mustang 42 coming out of the timeout. Davis under center with Lester and Harris in the backfield. Play action. Davis going downfield, looking for Bolden. Caught, but out of bounds. Bolden turns a couple of flips.
He held on.
Goes out. Yes, he finally held on to one, but was out of bounds. 3rd and 10 coming up.
Yep, about a foot. It was very close. Beautifully thrown pass there. Actually led Bolden there. They were on their timing route perfectly. Just ran out of real estate there. Tough break for the Colonels. It was beautifully passed and executed.
Bolden will actually sit out a play. Comes up holding, it's like a wrist or a finger. Hopefully he'll be okay. 3rd and 10, Colonels from the Mustang 42. Ball is on the near hash. Davis will go under center. Kimball, the receiver, to the near side. Harris takes a handoff. Around the right side, not much doing there. Gets to the 39 before he's taken off his feet. Only a 3-yard pickup. And the Colonels will have to punt it away.
He did do one good thing there. He stayed in bounds that time, so we're melting a little clock off the clock. Melting time off the clock. It's after 10. Like I said, it's past my bedtime, man. I'm going to be out of it. I apologize to our fans out there listening, Colonel Nation, if I'm missing a step or two. They did.
Josh Hill will go back and stand at his own 47 to punt it away. Eli Burton will go back and stand at the Mustang 8. Colonels continue to lead 28-14, 2:57 to play in the third. Snap back to Hill. It's a high, wobbly kick, not what he was looking for. It will hit, take a short Colonel roll, and will be down to the 22-yard line. That's where the Mustangs will start this drive. Only a 17-yard punt. It's still plenty of time for Pillow Academy to get back in this game.
Yes, it is. You're exactly right, Watson. And that's why every play is counting right now, and we've got to realize and wake up and start executing again here and get that flow of motion going back on the offensive side of the ball.
1st and 10 Mustangs from their own 22. Kelly works out of the gun, trips to the far side. He'll hand it off to Floyd. Actually tried to keep it for himself, and he slipped down. Had to go down to a knee back at the 20. That'll be a loss of 2 and bring up 2nd and 12.
Yeah, lost a little footing there, picked up a little turf, took it with his toe there, and just couldn't stay up on his feet there late to Kelly. He sailed the fake real well there. I'm in agreement with you, Watson. I thought he handed it off there. Just a tough angle to see it, but nonetheless, Indianola Academy will take what they can get.
2nd and 12 from the Mustang 20. Clock runs, 2:10 to play in the third. 28-14, Colonels with the lead. Kelly with a pump fake. Time in the pocket, looking to throw downfield. It's tipped and nearly intercepted again. That's the third time tonight William Barrier has come in to get a hand on it. The ball has gone straight up in the air. That time a diving effort from Barrier. Could not corral it. 3rd and 12 coming up.
Well, the center fielder for the football team there came up and made an excellent play there. Good coverage. Almost another Van Cleve proper coverage of the game nominee there is Barrier. I think he's been there about 10 times tonight, and I'm sure he's going to be all season long. He is the floor general for the Colonels back there in the defensive back. He is the veteran, and he's going to be called upon a lot.
3rd and 12, Kelly looking to throw. Steps up in the pocket. Lester giving chase. Now Kelly lost it downfield. It's caught and tattooed, but only after a first down pickup. Barrier came up to make the tackle. A.J. Woodard was absolutely throttled. Credit the young man for hanging on to the football, but it does result in a Mustang first down.
You're exactly right. He stayed in there and just watched the ball in there and held on real good, and you're exactly right. Barrier did give him a nice snot pop there, and unfortunately for the Colonels, Pilla moved the chain.
17-yard pickup to the 37. Kelly looking to run straight ahead. Jack Dodd says not this time. Brings him down after a short gain. They'll actually mark forward progress to the 39, give him 2, bring up 2nd and 8 for the Mustangs.
On that prior play there, I don't know if you saw Lester, but he was chomping at the bit, chasing after Lake Kelly. I was sitting there yelling, "Get him, get him!"
Yeah, I think you started running, trying to move.
Pushing him.
2nd and 8 Mustangs from their own 39. Kelly works out of the gun, trips to the near side, looking to pass, swings it out in the flat, caught by Woodard, escapes 2 defenders, still dancing around near the 43, and finally taken down. William Barrier comes up to make the tackle.
Man, I like Eli Lipsy's fire he's got lit up under him. He came up through there, shot out like a cannon, man, and he just went for all ball there and tried to bring it down with the nice tattoo spear tackle there. But the problem with that is in open field tackling, and when you get better competition, they'll juke you out of the stadium there. So you got to keep your footing there, and the main thing you have to remember, especially in open field tackling, is you got to bring the guy down. You could be the only line of defense between you and the pay dirt.
3-yard pickup to the 42, 3rd and 5. Kelly works out of the gun. Flushed out of the pocket, lost it downfield, incomplete. Stephon Smith was giving chase, and I'm in agreement with Lake Kelly. I would have gotten rid of it too.
Yeah, no joke. The beast, Stephon Smith, coming from his linebacker position there with a kind of a delayed blitz. But funny, even at delayed, he gets back there so fast and makes things occur.
That'll force the Mustangs to punt it away as they're facing 4th and 5 from their own 42. 20 seconds to play in the third quarter. Colonels on top, 28-14.
Get a little chill in the air up here.
Yeah, I think it may be coming from the booth next door. We saw the thermostat was down on about 58 during that lightning delay. Low snap, Vaughn picks it up, shanks it off to the right. It's going to hit at the Mustang 47 and roll into Colonel territory to the 47. Only an 11-yard punt.
That's tough there, but it was a low snap. Cannot blame that on the punter there at all. He didn't get the opportunity to really look at a good open field to try to kick into, and he had a lot of pressure put on him there. He was very fortunate for Bill Academy's sake to get that thing off.
1st and 10 Colonels from their own 47 will likely be the final play of the third quarter. IA on top, 28-14. Davis under center with I formation in the backfield. He'll turn, hand off to Harris. He's got running room right side. First down and more for Harris to the Mustang 40. A 13-yard scamper, and what a burst of speed from the senior Harris. The Greenville Motorsports first down. The third quarter comes to a close. The IA Colonels will take a 14-point lead into the final frame. They lead at 28-14. We'll take a 1-minute break and be back with Colonel football on Super Talk for the Delta.
Uh-oh, Olivia. I scratched the hardwood floor with my truck. Oh, no, Cooper, what are we going to do? Call my pal, Suit Robertson Floor Service.
That's right, Cooper and Olivia. Your Pap at Robertson Floor Service has been serving the Delta's flooring needs since 1992. Call us for an appointment today at 662-887-4477. Tell them, Olivia.
Come to Pep Store. We can. We do. Your hardwood floor. And get a free coat.
Get ready for the woods at Outlaw Sporting Goods in Greenwood. Find stands, attractants, feed, ammunition, rifles, and shotguns. Outlaw is a certified Benelli dealer. Find boots and clothing from Southern Marsh, Cool, and Drake. We have a wall of handguns, archery range, bows by Hoyt, Elite, and Bowtech, crossbows, youth bows, Rage, broadheads, Yeti coolers in every size and color. Duck hunters, we have decoys, shells, and waders. If you need it, Outlaw Sporting Goods has it. When you leave Outlaw Sporting Goods, you just feel better. Outlaw Sporting Goods, Greenwood.
And welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. The IA Colonels on top of the Pillow Academy Mustangs, 28-14. Watson Cook and Brady Smith with you from Legion Field. Had about an hour and 15-minute lightning delay during halftime, and this one, along with some delays, we'll just say caused by the Zebras, have strung this one out. Seems like to the midnight hour. We're not too far away, but the fourth quarter finally about to get underway.
And I meant to mention, but we had to go to break there at the end of the third quarter, the last run there. Sebastian Harris, I've just got ticks by his name over here for Bill's Body Shop, Collision of the Game nominee there. He just keeps laying the lumber.
All right, correct me if I'm wrong. Why is the down markers are not right? Colonel should have had 1st and 10 at the 40. They had it showing first down and about 15, and Coach Nestor, I think, just picked up on that. He's fixing to go ask for an explanation. Harris.
Nonetheless, we got the first down again. That's why I think Coach Nestor really ain't going to say nothing on
it. I'm terribly confused. Did we not just pick up a first down at the Pillow 40?
I thought we did. Now, they may, and I didn't see a flag or anything or a penalty of any kind. I think what we're doing, I don't know. Maybe they're trying to figure this out now.
Okay, was there a penalty on the final play, and maybe now?
That's the other thing I was guessing, maybe.
Because they've still got 12 minutes on the clock. So that last first down pickup from Harris.
And look at the chain gang over there. What are they doing? I think it's everybody needs some coffee this late night.
There must have been a false start called against the Colonels because that ball was back at the 42-yard line of Indianola Academy when everyone, or at least I thought it should have been at the 40 of Pillow. So there was a 5-yard penalty. Now it's the end of the third quarter.
Okay.
And Harris just picked up the first down.
There you go. Now, start of the fourth quarter. Now my Facebook post is officially right. This is the end of the third. So we're going to take another minute break now?
No. One of the things about being up here in this new air-conditioned booth that you've talked about so much is we can't hear a thing.
That is very true.
So I never saw the flag. I apologize. We are now getting ready to start the fourth quarter. It is 1st and 10, Colonels. And I believe the ball is going to be at the Mustang 43. Colonels will work right to left. Wow. All right, so maybe we got it straight now. 1st and 10, Colonels from the Mustang 43. Harris will take the handoff. He has running room straight ahead. Cuts in and out of Mustang defender, still on his feet inside the 25. Wow. To the 20, and still rumbling and finally taken off his feet. They'll mark it at the 16-yard line. What a run by Harris.
Beautifully executed run there. Just kind of a blast dive, as you would call it there, getting in behind his lead fullback there, Wesley Lester, paving the way. Offensive line did a good job picking up their blocks there, creating some holes, and Sebastian Harris just squirted through there. That young man has beefed up this year. He has picked up his game. He wants to have a good senior season and go out with a bang, and he is showing it right now.
1st and 10, Colonels from the 16. The handoff is to Lester, and he has taken off his feet after a short gain, works to the 13-yard line, a 3-yard run. We'll bring up 2nd and 7.
That big tree just fell forward. And, I can remember over the start of the summer, Wesley and I were sitting there looking at each other eye to eyeball, and now at the start of the fall season or in August, I'm looking up at him about an inch or two. That young man's grown over the summer and just steadily growing and getting better. And this team, it seems like they're gelling and getting better week after week.
2nd and 7 from the 13. The handoff is to Harris. Spins out of contact at the 10 and works his way down to the 7, maybe the 6. We'll see where they spot it.
You got to love and appreciate a running back like Sebastian Harris there, just not giving up, spinning after taking that initial hits there, making his backs or his blockers work and just keep going all the way down the field there. I saw somebody downfield blocking on the safety back there. I mean, just trying to create some holes and let Sebastian Harris, let his athleticism take over there and show how good of a premier back that he is here. He's toting this payload tonight, and I think he's really my Lost Pizza Company offensive nominee player of the game right now.
3rd and inches for the Colonels. Ball just shy of the 6-yard line. Davis going to keep it for himself. He's got the Greenville Motorsports first down. They'll mark it at the 5. 1st and goal, Colonels, as the clock has stopped for them to move the chains. 10:09 to play in the 4th quarter. Colonels on top 28-14, looking to tackle on some more.
Ooh, it would sure be nice. And, Watson, I am going to miss that. And we might have a few games there where we have it, but that running clock in that second half was always nice last year. And sure, it didn't make for exciting games, but at the same time, got us home early.
1st and goal, Harris will take the handoff, puts his head down, and trips up around the 3-yard line. A 2-yard pickup will bring up 2nd and goal.
I'm sure there's plenty of harvesters still out there listening to us right now, though. I don't really feel like, well, of course, it's hard to feel anything in here, but that moisture content isn't up yet, so I'm sure those guys are rocking and rolling steadily out there. We're glad you're out there listening in. Still, if you're tuned in to us, I didn't even think about it. I can't believe that 96.9, the state Super Talk hadn't kicked in and did the the after. I don't know what they call their show there. The coaches call-in show, I guess you would say.
2nd and goal. Davis will turn, hand off to Harris. Dives across the goal line. He's in there. Touchdown, Colonels. Harris with his first touchdown run of the season. This one from 3 yards out, and the Colonels go on top 34-14 with 9:10 to play in the 4th quarter.
Just a good run there by Sebastian Harris. Just wouldn't be kept out of that end zone there that time. Good hard running up the middle there, earning those yards right there in the center. And I love seeing Catherine, the bird girl, Chisholm. She is doing every move that these high school cheerleaders are. You can definitely tell who her role models are here. She's focused in on those young ladies.
Getting in practice early. The extra point attempt is blocked by the Mustangs. Yeah, it was Sam Harris who came in to get the block.
They had their ears pinned back, and they put a lot of pressure on there. By the time the ball was back there, and I think is that Josh holding for us this year? Yeah. And whenever he was grabbing the ball, putting it down, there were several Pillow defenders back there, so they really turned on the Jets and got back there in a hurry.
7 plays, 53 yards on the scoring drive for the Colonels. Sebastian Harris takes it in from 3 yards out. The Colonels cruising right now 34-14, looking to extend that home winning streak that currently sits at 32 games.
That is a true testament to the teams over the past couple of years. And Kurt, prior to your senior year, and I've talked about it for years ago. All y'all did is you kept building off one another. Hey, 1 year we made the quarterfinals. The next year we made the semifinals. The next year we made the state championship. Then we lost it. Then the next year, it just kept every year getting better and better. And it's just a true testament to what kind of program Coach Nestor and his coaches are pushing in here. And these guys are really buying into it right now. And it's a great day to be a Colonel fan right now.
Absolutely. Barrier set to kick it away. He'll tee it up at the 40. Eli Burton back deep to return, along with Floyd Melton. Line drive kick out of Barrier, going to be taken by Burton at the 3. Almost lost his footing. And returns it up the left side to the 15-20. And taken down. Eli Lipsy, a great job getting downfield. Boy, the junior Lipsy, we've called his name out a lot tonight. Didn't get a whole lot of playing time last year, but about the growth of that young man from sophomore season to junior season.
Yeah, he really has done a good job. And I was going to give you the wording there that if you'll remember on the movie Necessary Roughness, he caught it at the 5 and hydroplaned to the 3.
Yes.
Good movie, another good football movie.
I tell you what, the area, only get my bearings straight, the east end zone down here inside the 5 is getting torn up pretty good.
It is.
1st and 10 Mustangs from their own 21. They need to move quickly here if they want a chance to get back in it. Handoff goes to Melton, right side. He slips down at the 20. He'll lose one on the play. Credit Stephon Smith with the tackle.
You know, Watson, what you say there is in that area, that's where the big hogs kick in down there, and it's just some rooting going on there in those trenches. It's just a battle of trenches. Who stays lowest, who wins. It reminds you of Oklahoma in football practice there where you're just trying to blow somebody out, and it's just fun hitting. That's where you got to like to hit.
2nd and 11 for the Mustangs. Kelly looking to pass, has time in the pocket, throws over the middle, incomplete. Woods Toller had the coverage. Pass was intended for Bailey Vaughn. 3rd and 11 coming up for the Mustangs with 8:19 to play. Time is running out on Pillow Academy. The Colonels on top, 34-14.
Well, you know, that is one bad thing about passing here at the end there. One team's trying to catch up, and what it is doing is stopping that clock there. So you don't really melt a lot of time off the clock there. And I'm sure, though, when Coach Nestor and come to get on the offensive side of the ball, they'll melt it off.
Kelly looking to throw on 3rd down. Fires right side, incomplete. Tried to hit Burton, a diving effort. Could not hang on the Colonel's sideline. Randy Kimball going to help him to his feet. Good effort there, just couldn't hang on. That'll bring up 4th down. Mustangs will have to punt it away.
And Watson, wow, what an athletic play there by Eli Burton. We had a bird's eye front row seat there, and, I mean, he lays out in Superman style there, almost made a tremendous catch there, and his quarterback put it where only he could catch it, just couldn't hold on there at the end, and a good break there for Indianola Academy defense.
Vaughn to punt it away. Going to hit at the Mustang 47 and take a roll into Colonel territory. It'll go out of bounds at the 45. Great field position here for IA. 1st and 10 from their own 45 with 7:59 to play. Colonel's on top, 34-14.
Well, you know, Watson, even though we're up now by 3 touchdown scores, I still don't give a deep breath here or a sigh of relief. I feel like this game still can be called on by Pillow Academy. Those guys hadn't got any quit in them yet. I just watched on that punt there where several of their players were, or actually all their players were hustling downfield and getting after it. You can tell these guys got a little fight still left in them. And Indianola Academy now, I feel like if we capitalize and go on with this good field position, capitalize and go on and score on this series, this thing can be put to bed.
Day Willis will check into the Colonel backfield. He'll line up behind Lester in an eye. Sebastian Harris going to get a breather. 1st and 10, Colonels from their own 45. Handoff is to Lester, and he has stuffed the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Several white shirts converging on Lester, led by number 58, Hunter Upchurch.
And you see who's checking in this play, don't you? Number 10.
Harris is back.
Yeah, he got a one-play breather there. Better than none.
2nd and 10 coming up from the 45. We mentioned earlier the Colonels will be on the road next week in Greenville at St. Joe. Should be a fun night in Greenville. What a rivalry that has become here lately. Even though they're now out of the district, still a lot of, I don't know if bad blood is the right word, but it's been a fun series with the Colonels and the Irish.
For sure.
Harris takes the handoff on 2nd down, picks up 2 to the 47. We'll bring up 3rd and 8.
And that's something you don't want to see right there. And somebody wearing an offensive lineman number there, laying on the ground there, kind of grabbing a knee there, and that looks like Cade Policini up there in the middle. Yep, that's who it is. Kind of nagging at a knee there, and you don't want to see any of your offensive linemen go down, especially this early here. These guys are going to be not deep this year, and definitely going to be depleted by the end of every game here. But these guys really worked hard all summer, and it's showing right now.
Jack Dodd will check in up front. 3rd and 8. Davis looking to pass. Fires left side. Caught by Bolden. Defender slips down. Bolden to the 35-30. Stretches forward. And he will have plenty of yards for the Greenville Motorsports first down to the Mustang 30. 23-yard pitch and catch, and the Colonels will move the chains.
I don't know if you watched at the end of the play there, the senior Sebastian Harris coming in there and just trying to get something out of nothing there. And, I mean, he came through there and just tried to bulldoze in there, trying to get TK some extra yards there, anything it takes to maybe try to slip a tackle or whatever it is to get him freed up. And that's some good hustle there out of the senior.
Timeout on the field, 6:19 to play. Colonels on top, 34-14. We will take a 1-minute break and be back. You're listening to Colonel Football on Super Talk for the Delta.
Proud supporters of Colonel Football, the Tackett family, owners of Heartland Catfish Company, farm 7,200 surface water acres of catfish and 15,000 acres of grain land. That makes us the largest single grower of farm-raised catfish in the U.S. Heartland is committed to supplying our customers with the highest quality farm-raised catfish products. Be sure and eat catfish raised in the Mississippi Delta by looking for the Heartland seal, smooth, clean fillet cuts that meet the highest standards, just like Indianola Academy and Colonel Football. Heartland Catfish, a proud sponsor of Colonel Football.
Steve's Cleaners, your one-stop dry cleaners. We offer a variety of services from cleaning comforters to prom and wedding dresses. We are proud to have served Indianola for more than 43 years and have now added a location in Cleveland to better serve the Delta. Our friendly and professional staff are ready to serve your needs. We at Steve's Cleaners always cheer for the blue and white of the Indianola Academy Colonels. Go Big Blue! Steve's Cleaners with locations in Indianola and Cleveland.
Welcome back. Davis keeps it for himself coming out of the timeout and picks up about 5 yards to the 25-yard line. Colonel's just looking to chew some clock here with 6 minutes to play in the game. They lead Pillow Academy 34-14. Give Davis 5 on the carry, 2nd and 5 coming up for the Mustang 25.
Looked like a little miscommunication there between Lester, the back, and quarterback Davis. They just weren't on the same page. I think that was Lester diving up through there. Maybe hit the hole a little wide. I'm not sure there. I'm sure Nestor and company will get that worked out throughout the week there. It has been a long game. Keeping these young men focused this long is very tough to do, and Coach Nestor and company have done a good job so far, and we just hope this thing finishes out.
2nd and 5, Davis under center. He'll turn, hand off to Harris. He's got enough for the Greenville Motorsports first down, spins his way inside the 20, down to around the 18. We'll see where they mark it.
I think that was Lester running the ball.
Yes. Who does that?
Harris.
Yes, it was Lester. My apologies. 8-yard pickup to the 17, 1st and 10 Colonels.
I'm not meaning to call you out, partner.
No, please do. Has been a long night. As long as I mention somebody that's wearing Colonel Blue, we're
when you go to throw it in Bobby Boucher or something like that.
Yeah, that's when you might want to start checking
us out. Yep.
1st and 10 Colonels. Lester will take the handoff this time. Rumbles his way inside the 15, down to the 12, 5-yard pickup. Bring up 2nd and 5. Clock continues to run.
Or what if Easton Bootlegger makes a cameo again this year?
You know, that may be – you've had a lot of memorable quotes and sayings throughout the 12 years. That may be one of the best I remember. Easton Bootlegger getting on the field for Adams County last year in the state championship game.
Several times. Well, we had to fill in the blank, and that's what we came up with.
2nd down for the Colonels. Davis will go under center, ball at the Mustang 12. We approach the 4-minute mark here. Handoff is to Harris around the left side. He's to the 5-yard line. Be good enough for another Greenville Motorsports first down. It'll be 1st and goal for the Colonels.
And that's what you want to see here. This drive has really run off some time here, and Nestor and this coaching staff are really melting this clock down here, really grinding on Pill Academy's front here. The backs are running hard, Lester and Harris, and they want to get to that goal line one more time tonight. And Coach Nestor's going to let them put it in there, and hopefully we can finish out this drive with another touchdown and put this baby to bed.
3:35 and counting on the clock. Davis will turn, hand off to Harris. The senior reaches for the goal line, and he's in there. Touchdown, Colonels. Harris with his 2nd touchdown of the night. This one from 5 yards out. The Colonels stretch the lead once again, now 40-14 over the Pillow Academy Mustang.
It's hard to believe I guess the first one, that's going to be debatable. That's going to have to go back to game film. If it was Logan White or Sebastian Harris scoring that touchdown. But it's hard to believe that the last series was Sebastian Harris's first touchdown, and then that one being his second one over this night. We've got 40 points on the board. It's hard to believe that.
I guarantee you don't let that debate come up around Logan White because he will argue until he can't anymore that he scored that touchdown.
Say he's going to be a future lawyer of America? Is that what you're getting at?
Extra point is good from Barrier. Makes it 41-14. Colonels rolling here in week one over Pillow Academy. 3:26 to play. Don't forget, coming up in our post-game show, probably going to have to be a quick one. And we will name the Lost Pizza Company players of the game, along with the Bill's Body Shop collision of the game and the Van Cleve Insurance proper coverage play of the game.
I hope
Make sure you stay tuned for that.
Do what? I hope you've already got them all picked out.
Colonels on the road next week. They'll be back here at home on September the 1st as Starkville Academy comes to town. Hope you'll join us all season long right here on Super Talk for the Delta. A scoring drive for the Colonels, 8 plays, 55 yards. Sebastian Harris with a 5-yard touchdown run. Put the exclamation point on this one for Indianola Academy. So tomorrow, Brady, I understand you're playing in the Rob Hall Memorial Golf Tournament, fundraiser for the Indianola Academy Booster Club.
Hopefully nobody will be watching. We won't have any spectators out there, but I am going to play. Yeah, I played golf last week for the first time all year, so why not play 2 weeks in a row?
Yeah, why not?
I found as many golf balls as I lost, so, technically I went 0.
There you go. Got to find the positives. Yep. Barrier will kick it away. It's a low-line drive squib kick to be picked up around the 20-yard line. And the Mustangs return it up across the 30. About the 35, A.J. Woodard on the return. Taken out of bounds across the way. Thomas Putnam getting downfield. Also Clint Jones in there.
12 Gage got in there. Made him a tackle. All right, good job getting down the field, Clint. Yeah, let's just put it this way. Where I played last week, Watson, either there were a lot of lazy people there that just didn't want to go look for their golf balls, or I was just that desperate because I found a lot of them. Because I lost a lot of them.
1st and 10 Mustangs from their own 34. Handoff straight ahead to Melton. And he's got a first down for the Mustangs up to midfield. Clint Jones coming up to make the tackle.
12 Gage 2 times in a row. He's the double barrel.
You're on a roll.
2 tackles in a row. I'm telling you, it's insomnia. That's all it is. Yeah.
1st and 10 Mustangs from midfield. 2:50 to play. Kelly going to call his own number this time, close to another Mustang first down. Brought down at the 41. John Luther Selby in on the tackle.
Number 72, James Roberts, checked in here at the left defensive end. Did a good job of collapsing down on the pocket there and not allowing Lake Kelly to bounce to the outside. There was just no inside pressure there or presence. And anyway, a good run there by Lake Kelly.
Zach Kitchens in there at nose guard. Ashton Powell, a freshman, in at linebacker. Now a first down run for Melton and a lot more inside the Colonel 25 down near the 21 before he's taken off his feet. Ashton Powell, Clint Jones combining on the stop.
I got to say, last night in the junior high game, Ashton Powell is a very good force to be reckoned with in that junior high game. He did an excellent job there for the Colonels' offense last night and defense, both sides of the ball, and for the Colonels, and brought Big Blue with a victory last night at against St. Joe.
1st and 10 Mustangs from the Colonel 21, under 2 minutes to play. Melton takes the handoff once again and going to be wrestled down. Powell was the first to get there. The ball has come loose. The Colonels say they have it. Still no indication from the officials. And it will be Colonel football. I believe that was Ashton Powell who got the hand in there, stripped it. Couldn't tell who recovered, but it'll be 1st and 10. Colonels from their own 15. Should see a couple of kneel downs here, and the Colonels will move to 1-0 on this young season.
You can see those young faces coming off the field, and they're wearing helmets, but you can see those smiles through those helmets there.
Yeah.
Those guys are excited. I'm telling you, very excited to get out on that field there. You like to see that, and nonetheless, Indianola Academy gets a turnover there, and we're going to, like you said, kneel on the ball here and go put a victory in the books tonight. I better go on and update my Facebook, because I'm telling you, I got 2% battery left.
That phone has been working overtime.
It has.
If it stays with you till you get home, it's a keeper. Daniel Sepulvedo, a senior, has checked into the game. And Will Davis will drop back and take a knee. Have to snap it a couple more times. Colonels will pick up the win here tonight at home. They'll stretch the win streak at Legion Field to 33 games in a row. I failed to put this in my notes, but I'm almost certain the last loss here at Legion Field came to Marshall Academy in 2014. Maybe 2012. I'm going to have to go back and find that.
Marshall's getting several shouts out tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I believe it was 2012. That makes a little more sense. 30 seconds left. Colonels won't have to snap it again. 41-14 will be your final score. A good night for Indianola Academy. Even through the long lightning delay, Colonels got what they wanted out of week one. You get the win, and as far as we can tell, Brady, you come out of it relatively healthy.
Hopefully there, at the end you saw Cade Policini hobble off the field a little bit there. And then also Sebastian Harris early had a little problem, didn't know what was going on there, and he was able to rebound, though, got over 100 yards tonight. Nice to see him back out there leading this team, putting this team on his back there, showing, hey,